Well, the world has still gone nutty, buddy, even downright cruddy, buddy. Wish I missed the past, buddy, but there's still Buddycast. No, don't be naughty, go meet a buddy here on Buddycast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the founder and host of Buddycast, Nick Sorensen.
It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's all right for Buddycast. I'm your host, Nick Sorensen. Joining me today is a very special group from Erie, Pennsylvania. You know them if you've ever seen them, the Oneaters. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
We're good.
Awesome. We all know my buddy Jamie over here. How's it been, buddy, since your last time on Buddycast?
I've been pretty good. I've since become a big fan of your show, as you know, and
Much appreciated.
Your guests are fantastic. So
Thank you. Never stop shooting for the stars is what I say.
yeah, that's right.
You know. Up next we have our new buddy Jeff. How you doing, Jeff?
Good. How you doing?
Awesome. Good. Thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Our new buddy John, right below me.
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
Good. Happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Of course. And our buddy Tom.
Yes. Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for allowing us to talk a little bit about us, I guess.
Of course. So I asked you before, but I got to ask you again for my viewers. How did the name the Oneaters come to be?
Interesting question. Well, we did have a different name, but it sounded too much like a death metal band. So it really didn't fit us. So we're thinking about another name for the band. And I had just watched the movie That Thing You Do. And if you've seen the movie, you know the confusion between the name Wonders or the Oneaters. So I said, guys, let's become the Oneaters. You know, we're from Erie, Pennsylvania. You know, we'll just do this whole That Thing You Do Oneaters thing. And everybody was on board with it. We did change the name up a little bit just for there's no copyright infringement. We don't want Tom Hanks coming after us. Mm-hmm. So we turned the name into a last name. So it's almost like an Irish last name. So it would be the O''Neaters. And then we all take the last name Oneater, you know, on stage as stage names, just like the Ramones. You know, you got Joey Ramone, Johnny Ramone, Dee Dee Ramone. We kind of copied that as well.
Nice. So you're Jamie Oneater on stage?
Yeah.
Jeff Oneater, John Oneater, Tom Oneater.
Yep.
And everybody thinks we're real brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep having people ask us, "Are you guys really brothers?"
But that does bring up a question. How did you all meet?
Well, initially, you and I, Jamie, we played at just a little gathering with a few friends. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I think it was in a cold January night, and that's how Jamie and I got started originally with our original other two band members, and we just did it to jam. And then before you knew it, we thought, why don't we put this together and do it and try to start playing out?
Yeah.
Awesome. So how did John and Tom get involved in the band then?
Well,
Probably through mutual friends.
Go
We
ahead,
had a lot
John.
of mutual friends at the time, and we'd always go hear these guys play. I know Tom can vouch for this. The Old Mill Winery in Geneva, Ohio. We've seen those guys there multiple times, and just kind of got to know them hanging out there.
Nice.
Then when the two other guys decided they didn't want to do it anymore, they were too busy to play in a band. That's when we contacted Tom. I mean, that was the first phone call, and John was the second phone call.
And of course, they had to pay us a lot of money, right, Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So this next question is kind of like a two-part question, since there was two forms of the band. You know, do you, Jeff and Jamie, remember your first show together? And then do you remember the first show with John and Tom?
First show together was at the Station Dinner Theater, remember?
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you remember. Yeah, that was on a nice little stage there. We had a good show there.
It's 15 years ago at least.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
what
then
about
the first show with these guys, well, they had known they were going to join us, so we started practicing ahead of time, and we had a date set for a gig. So we kind of had a deadline. They had to make sure they learned all the songs. Well, Jeff just happened to book another gig earlier than and so this was trial by fire for Tom and John. They had to cram. It was like an all-night study all night for college.
Was it a week or two, Jamie?
I think we bumped it up to like 2 weeks. So they really had to really cram.
Yeah.
So these two really just threw you guys in the deep end and said swim.
Oh yeah.
We came to practice one night, and then they kind of dropped the bomb on us. And so, what do you guys think about playing a gig in 2 weeks? Like, okay.
And either of you said, "Well, here's my 2 weeks' notice."
I said I make no guarantees that I don't suck that night. So
You're right. I think those were your exact words, John.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember where it was.
That was in Geneva. That was the old mill.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I remember that well. That was our first one with you guys. Yeah, it was the old mill.
Awesome. So let's go back to the beginning. We have Jamie on drums, we have Jeff on guitar, John on bass, and Tom on guitar. How did you guys all learn to play your instruments?
for me, I started off as a drummer. I played a couple shows, some talent shows, a coffee shop back in my hometown in Ohio. But I started off as a drummer, and one day my brother's band just needed a bass player, so he started working with me and started playing bass, and I never looked back. So that was pretty much it for me. So
yeah. For me,
now I can't hold a beat with my life now. So
yeah, there you go. Yeah, so for me, I've been playing guitar probably since I was 13, 14. My dad played an acoustic guitar, and I used to love to hear music. And I really liked Van Halen. I heard Eddie Van Halen's work, and I was like, oh, this guy's awesome. I got to be able to learn how to play like he does. Funny thing, I didn't have an electric guitar. So what I did was I had a little microphone that I stuck inside the hole of my dad's acoustic guitar, and I cranked the stereo up real loud, and it made distortion. So I'm like, that's cool. So I started playing along with the radio at that point, and then just eventually, just bought an electric guitar, and that's kind of how I've never looked back either. It's been great.
Jeff, Jamie?
Go ahead, Jeff.
All righty. Well, there was a grade school buddy of mine who bought an Ovation guitar, the round back guitar, like the group America used to play. And saw him play that, and I always enjoyed music. And when I saw him playing some of the songs that I liked, I go way back. I'm the old guy, America, Bread, Eagles, that type of thing. I decided to try to pick it up, and parents bought me a guitar, played a little bit. It had cables for strings. I kind of gave it up for a while, actually. And then played another friend's really nice acoustic guitar and made all the difference in the world. And then just kind of self-taught. Like I said, I'm the old guy. So I had the old books with the chord charts and the notes and, self-taught, and then picked up what I could, listened to the radio, like Tom said. And as I got a little bit older, I tried to pick things up from other guitarists and people that I knew.
Nice. And last but not least?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was about 14 or 15. And prior to that, I always wanted to be a drummer. But I saw Kiss for the first time. And I saw Paul Stanley dancing around the stage. and the girls screaming for him. I said, I want to do that. So I decided I was going to play guitar. So I played guitar for many years with many different bands. And then when I got together with Jeff and our friend Les and our friend Jake, I said, hey, let's, because I knew Jeff had some drums at his house. So I said, let me play the drums. And I think they were kind of impressed I was able to play. And then it just came into a full band.
Sweetness. I was about to say, there's a drum set behind you and you're talking about guitar.
Yeah. I got a bunch of guitars right over here.
Now, I know this is like asking who your favorite child is, but what are some of your guys' favorite songs to play? What songs do you have like the most fun playing? And you can answer individually. It doesn't have to be a group effort.
For me, I think I really like playing Rocky Mountain Way. It's just a lot of grooving going on the bass, and it's just a fun song to play. We recently added the Jimmy Eat World song, The Middle. That's a fun one to play. So there's quite a few of them, but those are the couple. Of course, that thing you do. That's our theme song, pretty much. So those are just a few that I really enjoy while we're out, playing those ones. So, and seeing the people make the connection when you start playing that thing you do, and then that's where they got that name from is something's really cool too.
Another one that I think we all like to play is Keep Your Hands to Yourself by the Georgia Satellites. It's one where we try to get the crowd involved. It's just a fun song.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Of course, I like playing Van Halen song. But we probably try to think of our list. Look at our list. Yeah, like John said, the Rocky Mountain Way one. We all get into that one. Sweet Home Alabama was the one that everyone else plays in the world, but we play that one. We put our own little twist on it, and Jeff and I kind of go out into the audience with wireless. We go out in the audience, so we have fun with that one too. But we have a blast. Really, we have a lot of songs that I think that we all really enjoy playing. Makes it more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my favorite song to play we don't do anymore, and that was "Melt with You," the Bowling for Soup version. As opposed so that had a lot of fast drumming in it, and it was just my favorite song. But you got to move on from songs to other songs, and but I pretty much enjoy all the songs.
Nice. Like I said, it's asking like who your favorite child is, but still,
yeah, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. So what about some notable venues that you guys have played at?
Second gig, Jamie, was at the old Tulio Arena, now the Erie Insurance Arena. They backed us out onto the ice after the Otters played on a flatbed semi-truck. That was fun. That was our second show.
Yeah, right after the game they did that, and we were already set up on there, and they backed us out. We hooked into the PA system, and we played for probably about 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's always good when the Otters win, because then people are happy and they stay. If they would have lost, probably would have went home. But yeah,
so I gotta ask how that gig came to be.
Wow, I think I had a hand in that, if I remember right. I had a customer that was somehow affiliated with the arena and the Otters, and he found out that I was in a band, and we started talking, and before I knew it, he said, hey, we're thinking about having a post-game show. And wasn't long after that, he gave me a call and said, would you guys be interested?
Now, let me guess, you jumped on it absolutely, and
I thought about it we jumped on it.
Yeah.
The minute you hung up the phone with him, you were on the phone with Jamie. You're never going to believe this.
Yeah.
Yes.
We played the UPMC Summer Series, Sunset Series on the peninsula. That was very cool, playing on the beach. We've also done Discover Presque Isle, and you just look out and there's a sea of people, and that's very cool.
Nice. Speaking of UPMC Park, you said you got your name from the Oneida, from the movie, the thing that you do. You said you earlier we were talking offline. You said you met the actors.
Yeah, that's another thing Jeff made happen.
Yeah, Jeff made that one happen too.
Can you tell them in sales?
That's why we keep them around.
Yeah.
It's not my guitar playing.
I think we found out that they were having that 25th anniversary of the movie, That Thing You Do, and once we found out about that, we all got on the phone. It was like, Jeff, you got to get down there and see what we can do, because that was probably one of the more fun shows that we've played as a band.
I'd have to agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That,
And then to
and
play
another
that
venue
song,
that I enjoyed. Oh, sorry, Jamie.
Oh.
But another one that I enjoy is Oliver's. It's a really great venue, just right there on the lake, and it's just everybody having a good time. I like that one.
Yeah, when we did play that UPMC ballpark, the guys from the movie were there. It was Jonathan Sheck, Steve Zahn, who is a crazy man. He's absolutely crazy. And then Tom Everett Scott. The guy who played bass in the movie was in contact with COVID, so he didn't make the trip. But, we played That Thing You Do, and they were out on the field dancing around, and it's just super cool. There's a picture of them with us on our website, and it's on our Facebook page as well.
Mm-hmm. So what was that whole experience like for each one of you guys?
Once in a lifetime thing for me.
Yeah, no doubt. Once in a lifetime.
That movie came out back in the 90s, and I remember watching that movie and thinking, man, like that would be so fun to do, and I love the movie. To this day, I love watching it. So for me to meet those guys was just like, wow, it was really something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ironic because in the 80s, I was in a band, and I lived the 80s version of That Thing You Do. The band came out with a record. We moved out to California, just like, the guys from That Thing You Do, the Wonders, and, it fell apart. Our band fell apart, and we came back to Erie, So and even when you can see when they're hearing the song on the radio for the first time, that's how you feel. They're dancing around going crazy, because once you hear your band on the radio, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all that's left is for you guys to meet Tom Hanks,
That's right.
Set that up, Jeff.
I'll do my best.
Hey, when you do, you know where to invite him next.
Buddycast.
Yep. So which one of you is the schedule holder, the bookkeeper in the group?
Not me.
Well, Jeff handles the money.
Mm-hmm.
We all book the shows. We all have different contacts. So, we all work together.
Nice. I was going to say, because that person would know this, the answer to this next question. Can you tell our buddies out there about some upcoming shows they can catch you at?
All right, Jeff will do that.
Absolutely. I think I've got it up right here. Let's see. Next show is Joey's Italian Grill in Madison, Sparky's Place in Conneaut, Ohio, Wagon Wheel in Madison. Got a lot going in Ohio. Red Hawk Grill, Painesville, Oasis in Erie. That's April 29th. And then the Rathskeller in Erie is May 6th. And of course, we have a couple shows at Oliver's, a lot of stuff going on all over. Probably about, I want to say at least 30 shows that we have that we're looking forward to.
Nice. That's going to be good. I have to catch a show. I truly have to catch a show one of these days. Hold me to it, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be our VIP.
Oh, awesome.
Can you play tambourine?
Oh, I can do that. Do you guys know the Elton John band? Do you know of them or so?
No.
The tribute band?
No, the actual band, the Elton John band.
Elton John.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, the band that tours with Elton.
Okay, no, I don't. I mean, I know who they are, but I've never met them.
So their percussionist, John Mahon, was actually on the same screen that you guys are on.
Wow.
He did a charity show for us, and we auctioned off a signed tambourine. So at the end of the show, I asked him, So about those tambourines, do you have any like smaller ones or something like that? And he's like, "What's your address?" So
Nice.
I can actually commit to that. I
All
got
right.
a tambourine signed by a band member, so
Sweet.
You'll end up being Buddy O'Neater.
oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, so buddies, where can we learn more about the O'Neaters if someone out there is watching and wants to learn more?
Of course, our Facebook page. We're on Facebook. We have our website, theoneatersrock.com. A lot of our whole schedule for the year is on there. So
That's theoneatersrock.com.
yeah.
Awesome. So now, I've got 2 more questions for you to make this what I call an official Buddycast. This is how I stamp my episodes. The first one I want all of you to answer, and that is brought to us by my buddy Jonas Kane at #Positivity. He wants to know, in your own words, what does it mean to be someone's buddy?
I think being able to rely on each other, accepting each other, even though we have our own faults, being there for each other, I think is a huge one,
Mm-hmm.
I love being with these guys in a band because we're all best friends. We've known each other even before we started the band, and there's no egos among us. We just love to play the music. We're family, and we're always there for each other. We can count on each other, trust each other, and that means a lot because it helps when you're on stage knowing that you've got a true friend there.
Agreed. Yeah, someone who's got your back all the time whenever you need it, and then you've got their back when they need it. Just kind of a compromise.
Yeah, and I would have to say what I said last time when I was on your show. Being somebody's buddy is being there for somebody and them being there for you, regardless if it's, got to talk about, some personal things, or you got to move some furniture, or, just do anything. So be there for somebody, and hopefully they'll be there for you too.
Mm-hmm. Anything for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now, buddies, we've come to the final question, which I call the ultimate Buddycast buddy question. Y'all ready for this one?
Yeah.
Do it.
What is your advice to anyone out there who wants to do what you guys do and start their own band?
I would say don't give up. I quit playing for 17 years before these guys roped me back into it. Pick your battles. You're always going to have different personalities in the band. It's a give and take. You got to just pick your battles, get along, learn to let stuff go. You might not always see eye to eye, but just keep doing what you love, and pick your battles.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
I would say be patient and be persistent, because it's not going to happen overnight. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. But if it's something that you really, really love, it's going to do all those things, but it'll be fun doing them.
And once it happens for you guys, it's like a 2-week notice. Next thing you know, boom, you're hitting the ground running.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah. I would say keep at it, keep practicing. Usually young people, they want to be guitar players, but there's a plethora of guitar players, bass players. I mean, if you're a bass player, you're guaranteed to get into a band very quickly because everybody's a guitar player. And even a keyboardist, trying to find a keyboardist in Erie is very difficult because there's so few of them. So if anybody's playing keyboards, that's a guarantee into a band as well.
What about you, Jeff?
I kind of snuck in there. I didn't mean to interrupt the other guys, but I think it's important to have fun at what you're doing. It's work, like Tom said. It's a lot of work, a lot of dedication, but make sure you have fun at what you're doing, and And again, don't give up, because you're going to make phone calls. You're going to try to book shows. It's not going to happen right away. You have to be able to take some rejection and just keep on going. Put your head down, and that's how some of the greatest bands got their start. They didn't give up.
Mm-hmm. And you just described the secret to Buddycast. For every one celebrity we've had on here, we've had 2 more that have told us, no, thank you. Maybe in a different way or so, but, but just keep going. Keep trudging through. You never know what you're going to land. And next thing you know, you give up. There goes the next greatest gig that could have gotten you somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
They could have gotten the gig where some art, where some record talents out there looking for their next band. So you're absolutely right. By the way, do you guys have CDs or anything like that? Any recordings or anything our buddies can listen to?
Yeah, we do have one recording on iTunes. A number of years ago, we re-recorded the song "Everybody Talks" from the band Neon Trees, and you can download it or buy it. Actually, it's not downloadable for whatever reason, but it's 99 cents on Apple Music or on Amazon, and unfortunately, you can't stream it because it just didn't work out that way. It's just a purchase, but we're on YouTube, where we made a video during COVID. And we did this song, "Keep Your Hands to Yourself," and that's really
good message for COVID.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we did that song, I think.
Too much time on my hands, or recorded that one during COVID.
Another good one.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should have made like a whole there were some people that made the whole coronavirus album like Elton did,
Yeah, I've done some side stuff, during COVID too, but yeah, the focus is with these guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, buddies, thank you so much for being buddies on Buddycast. Stick around for a minute. We'll chat afterwards.
Yeah.
But
thanks for having us again.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks so much.
Yeah, you guys are welcome back anytime, just to let you know. But before we end this episode, I got something I want you guys to promise me, each and every one of you. No matter what you're going to do today, tomorrow, next week, next month, or even next year, you're going to go out and be someone's buddy.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Awesome. For all my buddies out there, these are my buddies, Jamie, Jeff, John, and Tom. Please check out the O-Neaters whenever they're in your area. I'm your host, Nick Sorensen. Thank you for joining us on another episode of everybody's favorite show.
Well, the days are going fast, buddy, we've got to make them last, buddy, before they've all gone past, buddy, tune in to Buddycast. No, don't be none, it can make it, buddy, here on Buddycast.